Hi, I'm Alaka Wali. I'm curator of North American Anthropology at the Field Museum.
And I am Rosa Cabrera, director of the Rafael Cintron Ortiz Latino Cultural Center at UIC.
I was born in India and we came to this country when I was 6 years old. And this was in the 1960s, so the city was still very segregated. I kind of grew up in America at the sort of peak of the civil rights movement, and then I came here and was exposed to racism and to people not knowing what to do with me because I was from India. Then that started to shape how I thought about issues of identity. And I found a home in anthropology. I came to the Field Museum in 1995. One of the mandates that I was given was to build relationships or make the museum more relevant to the people of the city of Chicago.
So I was born and raised in Cuba and came to the United States, to Chicago in 1971. With just my mother. So it was the first time that I heard back then, like, oh, you are a Latino? You are a Latina? And it's like, what does this mean? And coming to UIC, that was a whole, different world. I started taking courses in art history, archaeology, and at that point it opened the world to something that I was not familiar with. I took on archaeology, came to work here at the Film Museum as a volunteer, and one day Alaka Wali told me, why do you think it's so interesting working with the dead?
You better edit that out for me.
It's a lot more interesting to work with the living, right?
That is true.
That's true. So what happened with Cultural Connections, which I ran for 9 years, was that during that time, that was strictly an educational program.
Our idea was that we would have these programs where people would come, publics would come, and have fun, have food, and talk about cultural differences.
The most interesting parts about cultural understanding, it was tackling those difficult questions.
Everybody has culture and everybody can solve problems, and we had some crisis moments in the Cultural Connections program.
We did.
And we had to solve problems together, and
Right.
I felt like I had a partner.
Because we wanted to change the museum world.
Oh, we wanted to
Right?
transform.
That was the dream, right?
Yeah.
Change the museum world.